I've been warning for a year or so now that the Republican fascist plan detailed in Project 2025 was to purposely overwhelm Americans with so much bad news that the average person just gives up on trying to fight it. And to me, that just means that we as individuals should acknowledge that it's going to feel overwhelming. We can't necessarily keep up with everything. We can't necessarily give everything as much energy as we might want. And so we should focus on the ways that we can protect ourselves and our loved ones while keeping ourselves safe and healthy. Unfortunately, a lot of other people take a very different path and declare that every new scandal or administrative overreach must be a distraction. Like threatening to revoke Rosie O'Donnell's citizenship was a distraction from the Epstein files, which was a distraction from the failed trade deals, which was a distraction from banning transgender people from the military, which was a distraction from shipping people to El Salvador. Here's the thing. None of that is a distraction, which implies, the word distraction implies that this is something that isn't that bad and that they're only doing it to divert your attention from the one thing that really is bad. But that's not it. It's all bad. Yes, even the Rosie O'Donnell shit. And it's all stuff that they really want to do. And perhaps most importantly, they don't give a shit if you're paying attention or not. They are saying the quiet part loud because there are no adults in the room stopping them. It's bad enough to see this distraction talk on social media, but it's also getting into mainstream media, like this stupid piece in Mother Jones. Stop taking the Epstein bait, Dems. Democrats don't need conspiracy theories. There are more than enough real Trump scandals. In that piece, senior reporter Dan Friedman argues that not only is it a distraction for people to highlight Trump's failure to fulfill his promise to release the Epstein documents, but that it's also an unfounded conspiracy theory that Trump is withholding these documents because he is implicated in them. Both of those arguments are complete bullshit. If you're new here, let me just say up front that I do not hold back from criticizing conspiracy theories when they come from Democrats or those further left. No, Trump did not fake an assassination attempt. No, there's no evidence that Trump won the 2024 election through massive vote rigging. No, federal workers aren't communicating in code on social media. And no, there's still no evidence that Trump won the 2024 election through massive vote rigging. So I'm not dismissing anything here because it contradicts my political beliefs or desires. And there definitely are some silly beliefs concerning Jeffrey Epstein. Just after his suicide, people suspected he was actually murdered. And even after an investigation found no evidence for that, a lot of people continued joking that the Clintons definitely killed him to stop him from implicating Bill. And a lot of people weren't joking. And I get why. It's a little silly, but this is the most famous sexual predator of our time who spent a lot of time cozying up to wealthy and influential people and who, without a doubt, trafficked underage girls so rich, influential people and he could have sex with them. And yeah, the authorities gave this man a sweetheart deal in his Florida case, and even today, the only person suffering any consequences who did anything wrong is the one woman involved, who, to be clear, absolutely deserves that punishment. But there's no question that there are powerful men out there who breathed a little easier once Epstein was dead. And so that's just the most out there conspiracy theory that Epstein didn't kill himself. Like, it's still kind of understandable why people are a little doubtful of the official story. But the conspiracy theory that Donald Trump is hiding evidence that he is implicated in the Epstein files, I don't think it's fair to call that a conspiracy theory at all. That's just a rational conclusion to come to based upon all currently known evidence, which includes the fact that Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein have been very public, very good friends going back to the 1980s, that Epstein is on tape saying that for 10 years he was Trump's closest friend and that Trump first had sex with Melania on Epstein's jet plane. Teen girls in Trump's beauty pageant said he walked in on them changing their clothes. Many women have accused Trump Trump of sexual assault. He was found by a civil court to have raped at least one. Another one was a girlfriend of Epstein who said that Trump groped her in front of Epstein. At least one of Epstein's victims was trafficked from Mar-a-Lago. Previously released documents show that Trump rode in Epstein's jet frequently. And of course, Elon Musk has stated that Trump is implicated in the files. All of that has been well publicized, so much so that it was kind of grimly funny to watch MAGA idiots fall over themselves, bragging that Trump was going to finally release the Epstein files to punish the Democrats, despite the fact that Trump himself has been trying to pump the brakes on that actual conspiracy theory for years. With this interview probably being the clearest example of Trump trying to gently signal to his cult members that actually, no, he would prefer to not release those files. Thank you very much.
Would you declassify the 9/11 files?
Yeah.
Would you declassify JFK files?
Yeah.
Would you?
I did a lot of it.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah, I would.
All right.
I guess I would. I think that less so because, you don't know. You don't want to affect people's lives if it's phony stuff in there because there's a lot of phony stuff with that whole world. But I think I would, or at least
Do you think that would restore trust? Help restore trust?
Yeah, I don't know about Epstein so much as I do the others. Certainly about the way he died. It would be interesting to find out what happened there because that was a weird situation and the cameras didn't happen to be working, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, I'd go a long way toward that one. The other stuff I would.
And so anyone with functioning neurons was unsurprised that the Trump administration has announced that there is no client list, which no one with functioning neurons ever thought there was one tidy list of names sitting in a folder somewhere. Epstein definitely died by suicide, and they will not be releasing the rest of the documents after all. Does all the smoke mean there's fire? Not necessarily. I can think of some other reasons why Trump wouldn't want to release the last of these files. Perhaps they implicate someone else close to Trump or someone who Trump owes a favor to. Perhaps Trump's brains are pudding and he thinks he's implicated even though he isn't. Perhaps, I know it's usually good to have like 3 examples of something, but those are literally the only hypotheses I can come up with. So no, I don't think it's a crazy conspiracy theory for people to ask what's going on. And this is possibly the worst incident to hand wave away as a distraction because for the very first time, MAGA morons are reconsidering their membership in the cult, and it is clearly driving Trump even more insane than he already was. Like, did you see the Truth Social post from Sunday? What's going on with my boys? And in some cases, gals? They're all going after Attorney General Pam Bondi, who's doing a fantastic job. We're on one team, MAGA, and I don't like what's happening. We have a perfect administration, the talk of the world, and selfish people are trying to hurt it all over a guy who never dies, Jeffrey Epstein. For years, it's Epstein over and over again. Why are we giving publicity to files written by Obama, crooked Hillary, Comey, Brennan, and the losers and criminals of the Biden administration who conned the world with the Russia hoax, 51 intelligence agents, the laptop from hell, and more? They created the Epstein files, just like they created the fake Hillary Clinton, Christopher Steele dossier that they used on me, and now my so-called friends are playing right into their hands. That is a bonkers thing to post, even for Trump. He says that the Epstein files do exist, and they do implicate him, but only because they were written by Barack Obama? Okay, sure, Jan. He then goes on to say, why didn't these radical left lunatics release the Epstein files? If there was anything in there that could have hurt the MAGA movement, why didn't they use it? Funny enough, that's the same argument used by Friedman in his piece for Mother Jones. It's unclear why the Biden administration, which controlled the DOJ for 4 years, would have participated in this supposed cover-up. Really? Is it unclear? Like, think really hard about this. We can't think of a single reason why the Biden administration would have been just as reticent as Trump to release fully unredacted documents of an investigation into which rich and powerful people were raping children with Jeffrey Epstein. Like, come on. So, I'm in no way insisting that everyone must assume Donald Trump, an adjudicated rapist who for a decade was best friends with a pedophile running a multinational child sex trafficking ring, engaged in the rape of any trafficked children. And I'm not even saying that you have to believe that he did that and that the administration has evidence for it. But even if you sincerely think that the evidence doesn't convince you, then at the very least, I hope you can accept two things. One, that it's understandable if other people are convinced by the existing evidence. And two, that at least keeping the known facts in the news cycle is driving Trump insane and fracturing MAGA in a way that no other scandal has so far. Those known facts do not require any guesswork. Many voters elected Trump because they believed he would release these documents, and Trump has just announced that he will not. Even if you are absolutely positive that Trump is not implicated in Epstein's crimes, you can still keep your intellectual purity by pointing out that very obvious contradiction. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. If you loved the video, please subscribe. And if you think the world could use more videos like this and you happen to have a few bucks laying around, head to patreon.com/Rebecca and join an awesome community of nerds like the people whose names you see on the screen right now. Thanks.